We are the farmers.
พร้อมจุดได้5 4 3 2 1จุด
On the difficult and life-threatening working conditions of TMAC team, the Thailand Mine Action Center or TMAC by General Supathat Narandarabakdi. Director General of Thailand Mine Action Center or TMAC is concerned about the lives of the personnel. Therefore finding a way to provide machinery that will help them to have a safe life able to work faster and more efficiently. In addition, training has been provided to create personnel with knowledge and expertise to work in humanitarian demining and demining areas. Machine training in the Humanitarian Demining Mission Director General of Thailand Mine Action Center TMAC presided over the opening ceremony of personnel training. Training objectives: the concept and reason why the mine center needs to bring machinery to help in the operation. The answer is to help the work of the staff to be more convenient and safer for the life of the operator. In addition, to provide powerful tools to complement the large set plus to help complement the existing set. Therefore, what the Thailand Mine Action Center or TMAC needs is that after this training, TMAC will have people who have expertise in using part of the machine to work in the actual area.
สร้างชุดขึ้นมาเขาเรียกว่า Mechanized Mining Team นะเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ย Mechanized Demining Team เนี่ยนะครับซึ่งมันหลักการคล้ายๆกันก็คือมันจะมี Mechanized แต่ Demining กับ Manual Demining ก็คือเหมือนกับถ้าเปรียบเทียบมันก็เหมือนกับหน่วยฐานม้ายานเกราะนะหน่วยยานเกราะกับหน่วยฐานราบเพราะฉะนั้นเนี่ยสองตัวเนี่ยคุณลักษณะมันเนี่ยมันจะมีจุดเด่นและจุดด้อยต่างกันนะ
General Supathat Narandarabakdi, Director General of Thailand Mine Action Center TMAC, add to the personnel that we're going to create a team called the Maconite Mining Team. So Maconite mining teams and Maconite demining teams are similar in principle. There's a Maconite demining team versus manual demining. 2 armored units and 1 infantry unit will have different strengths and weaknesses, which must lead to. This one is mixed later in the operation. The demining set will be controlled by the NPT team and the mine center can be commanded by bringing this unit into operation in a certain location. Such as next year we'll move this set of operations to operate in NPT1, so there will be a leader of the set. Therefore, the operations leader will see that the machine he uses in the newly acquired task will be a bowcat. It's like a scout in order to proceed to adjust the area first, and it is the calculation that we will use the tool which one is going to practice. For example, this area where we go in and catch it and we see how the area can be used. Machinery that is mini my wolf I will go in because the speed of action is different. However, there will be little things left around the various points that machines cannot be accessed. It is necessary to use manual demining to retrieve them in the operation. When operating in an area where there will be an area owner, such as us from NPT1, to participate in helping to plan as an operator as well in the operation, there must be a plan in terms of rest as well, because in the work of the staff there will be stress or a stressful situation occurred. In demining operations, therefore, there must be a rotation in which one person operates, the other is to refreshment, is to rest, so we must have a plan to have people working throughout the period. This is why TMAC need to train and bring in machines to assist in the operations of the officers to supplement the larger plus the existing ones. This is the concept. So what we need is that after this training we will create a part of the expertise to go into work in the real area.
อยู่กับไอ้มินิ
Mini My Wolf with the My
Yes,
Wolf right
yes.
อยู่ที่
เดี๋ยว
อยู่กับตัว
เดี๋ยว
เค
พ
รื่
รุ่
อง
ง
จักร
นี้
My
เดี๋ยว
Wolf
วันนี้บ่ายก็เห็นบ่าย
This is a training field in the area of 20 Rai, which is an area that takes us to learn how to use each type of tool and how we will have a way to control that tool. But Ratchanit controls it by ourselves as an operator in that tool. Himself, and the second is to use using the remote control. How do we have his method? That was the purpose that led us to practice. When we finished the training, the decision makers and team leaders would take us into the actual operation area, Thung Ka Ban Ka Bai, by bringing the troops to practice real skills. Therefore, one thing we think demining knowledge is manual. Seeing that demining knowledge is manual demining, but the teacher sees this as the sense of the bomb squad. Therefore, the troops must practice looking and analyzing the area with the eyes to see which area should we bring the machine car into or not, and how. How much risk is there? Therefore, the operations leader must plan for the team that here must create a safe change for the mechanite demining team first, or create a safe lane for the manual demining in the future. However, the team leader must be the one who analyzes and visualizes the picture, in which the analysis must be understood in terms of tactical operations, that this area there will definitely be no mine tank in this type of topography. Therefore, these must be analyzed in the operation of humanitarian mine action. Unit Point 1. Units of humanitarian mine action unit must provide information that this area used be an enemy movement channel or was used. Is it a route for enemy vehicles? Therefore, the opportunity to have a mine tank is definitely there. For the team leader, that's information. When we have team members who work in the area to provide information, so we bring this information to analyze. In order to plan the work on which area should use what kind of tools, therefore, it is calculated in terms of usage, whether in terms of support, or in terms of power transmission, logistics. The use of force to work, the duration used to help the commander be able to make decisions in each operation quickly and efficiently. This training teaching the troops to become familiar with the equipment. Which one do you think will be a problem with us? Whether it's the side manton concentration or various problems after looking at the characteristics of the machine, where are some weak points? Troops must take note of certain types of machines that have a platform in 88 defense, such as hydraulic oil pipes, which hydraulic pipes are at risk of causing damage or not. How? So if we were mines, we would understand the aura of the explosion, that if there is an explosion, there will be a direction of the explosion to which way, but the main mechanism used is to control the direction of the explosion. Tank units, for example, have clearance units with a base attached to the tank, with a chain underneath and a base as a pusher. By the benefit of having a chain at the back, helps to prevent debris from splashing out of weeding or dangerous objects bouncing into the operator, which this type of machine will reduce the spread of the explosion. What the TMAC director expects is that the forces will have expertise in the field of tooling, where the tools that are encouraged will be manual and remote-controlled tools. The troops have to learn and take into account one of them as intensive maintenance and take into account the other one as intensive maintenance. Which is important thing, because if we do not understand maintenance, the life of the machine, it will last less. T project. Have. Effective Hereford. According to the principles of the armored units or vehicle units, the practitioners must have expertise in maintenance at level 1. Level 2 is able to take care of maintenance at a certain level by yourself. When the level is exceeded, it will be raised to the technician level for maintenance operations, which is national. Mine, which is the same B engine oil care, and in other areas we need to be trained in these things to prepare and should check before operating. If everyone in the team do it as a habit, we will be able to organize the operation. Before the work, we will check the list like this first in order to train the new generation to work after us. To work efficiently, therefore, to understand machine tools, we must have a good understanding by practicing and having the intention to work and practice seriously. To practice, to get used to and have expertise in using machines. After this, the TMAC director will enter the area where the TMAC team will use the machines to see the performance of the machines that have been obtained when encountering the real topography. If the terrain is hilly with a slope, what level will the machine be able to operate? Therefore, once we have learned and trained, we have to analyze the area urgently. That is the area at the customs checkpoint where we will build a safe lane. How does the area at Ban Nong Jan do? The same goes for humanitarian mine action, Unit 3. When we learn about the characteristics of this area, that this car, the features are smaller than the Mini MyWolf. So the features of this type of car can be accessed, made in a smaller area than possible by going to the suggestion. The supervisor, in order to make a decision first that the new machines are used to use in Sakio and which machines will be used for operations faster, because if any supervisor who does not come, it will not be seen. Which machine can go up and do it, where the slope of each degree, we can use this information to help manage the plans of each unit. Expectations of this training, that is, we will get cooperation from various agencies to accomplish humanitarian demining, and in the future we may be a center for humanitarian demining training in the region, including deployment of troops. Participate in demining other countries' areas for further humanitarian assistance. Thank you. Merforpak HDR and D Golden West sponsored TMAC this time. General Supathat Narendarabakdi, Director General of Thailand Mine Action Center, TMAC, add to the troops.
Program